Hey, this is Joe and welcome to Catch Every Moment Fishing. Today we are going to grab the light gear, the hiking boots, and the trout magnets and head towards the mountain to do a little bit of rainbow trout fishing in the Little Pigeon River. While we're there, we're going to swing over to one of my favorite little hidden gems in Gatlinburg to grab breakfast. Sun will be up in about an hour and I get about a 40-minute drive, so let's get after it. We're out here in Gatlinburg. It's about 7:30 in the morning and we're taking a look at the stream. We're going to do a little bit of trout fishing. See, we've got a nice little channel cuts through here. Then down there a little ways is another spot we're going to hit, and one up there as well. We're going to start out throwing this trout magnet, the pink one, about 18 inches below the float and see what happens. Just going to let it drift all the way down through here. Trout can be pretty spooky, especially if they've been sitting in this stream a while. These are all hatchery trout we're fishing, but after a while they get wary and they get a little bit smarter than they are the day you drop them in. So there could be fish sitting in here. I'm going to drift this spot a handful of times and see what happens. And if nothing goes on, we will move to the next one. But it's important that you cover as much of the water as you possibly can. But we have moved on to our second spot here. We're downriver about a half a mile. Try something different. So there are three absolute giants right in front of me. And the thing with these trout magnets, you want them down in the bottom third of the water column. So I have adjusted the float here, which I'm going to have to replace in a minute because it's not sticking like I'd like. But I want to try to get closer to these fish, which are in a much deeper hole here than the one that we were up in further up the river. So the idea with these trout magnets is that you just want to cast them out, make sure you got your depth right under that float, and then just let them drift until the float disappears, then set the hook. The most important thing to remember is to keep taking that slack line out, or you're going to have a heck of a time setting the hook when the fish does bite. So the original plan with the pink trout magnet was not working, so we're going to stop, have a cup of coffee, reevaluate, and come up with a new plan, because I know there's fish in this portion of the stream. It's just a matter of figuring out how to catch them. A white trout magnet. There it went. It's under. Let's let her see it. Let's mess with her drag a little bit. That's a good fish. So, all right, we want to bring this good fish in. I'm fishing with 2-pound test, so going to be extra careful, and I don't want to harm the fish. So, and there we go. It's a good trout. That's probably a 2-pounder. Oh, and look, the hook just came out, so that'll make it easier. It's important when you take those trout out of the water that you want to get your hands wet first before you touch them. Otherwise, you'll take the slime right off their bodies. So make sure to keep that in mind when catching and releasing these river trout. Got another one on, bumped right there by those ripples. It's another good fish. Might actually be bigger than the last one. Oh, not quite done. that hook pops right out, then we can take this pretty trout and release her. So there you go, clean release, and she is off to make some other angler happy. The interesting thing about fishing in Gatlinburg is when you're down on River Road, you're a half block from all this. And if you're going to come out here and walk up and down the strip, there's only one place to get a quick breakfast that I can possibly recommend. Tucked off the main drag, away from the t-shirt shops and the moonshine joints, is the Gatlinburg Village. It's a little German village-inspired shopping complex with a real secret hidden deep within. Okay, it's not that deep. Tucked away in the Gatlinburg Village, behind a fountain, is the Donut Friar, the best donuts anywhere in Sevier County. I have been going to the Donut Friar since I've been coming to Gatlinburg, and I have never been disappointed. One thing to keep in mind, it is cash only, but it is worth making sure you have it. This is the Bavarian Cream Eclair. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. But it's not just the donuts, which this is the cinnamon twist, and it's also fantastic. This is probably my favorite from the Donut Friar. But they've also got coffees. And while you're not going to see a menu like you see in a Starbucks, their coffees are delicious. This is the Cafe Mocha, and everything is reasonably priced. 2 donuts and a cup of coffee, 10 bucks in a tourist town. You're not going to beat it. So, full disclosure, I was not intending on eating both donuts. I was just going to have one and then carry the other one with me while I'm fishing, but they are so freaking good, I am powerless against them. So, breakfast is done. Time to head back to the river. I saw one that I would absolutely love to catch when I was walking over here, so never hurts to have luck on your side. After grabbing breakfast and a cup of coffee, I'm getting ready to hit the road, but I thought I'd stop and give one more spot a try. If you've never come trout fishing in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I highly recommend you try it out. Not only do you have the pristine Little Pigeon River here, which is coming out of the mountains, it's almost always cool, it's a great place for trout, and it is stocked very aggressively by the town of Gatlinburg. You've also got, within a block of where I'm standing, all the moonshine you could ever want, all the t-shirt shops you could ever want. Plenty to do. You got the Ripley's attractions. You look over that way, you've got the Sky Bridge, you've got the Sky Lift. There's just so much to do here for families that it's a very worthwhile stop. And it doesn't hurt, if you're an angler, that the fishing can be absolutely great sometimes. Well, despite throwing that coin in the fountain after donuts, weren't able to get any more fish on the line today. Now the tourists are starting to descend on the river, so I think it's probably time to wrap this thing up. Appreciate you all watching. This is the first shot we've had to make a long form video, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any tips or recommendations or things you'd like to see me go out and try to catch, please let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed it, or if you think you might enjoy it once I get a little bit better, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you down the road.